Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today I'm going to show you how I made my custom Christmas display for my living room. Well, growing up for Christmas, we always had a Christmas tree in the living room, and now that I have a kid that's 5 months old, I want to make something special for him that we can use every year. The problem with the Christmas tree is that it sheds everywhere, and you could get artificial ones, but I'm not into that artificial thing for Christmas. So what I thought is I would design my own, and something that I can lay flat when not in use. So every one of these, every part of this here, here's a smaller scaled version I made with the laser, just to test out the design. Every one of these actually comes right out like this here, and becomes totally flat. So the advantage again is storage, it's almost nothing. And every year take it out, put a couple of lights on it, and you got your custom Christmas display. Now the nice thing about this is my mom actually painted the whole thing out. So every time I look at it, I think my mom and Simon will totally love this as well. Now you might be wondering, why did I make a prototype like this and make the full-size version like this using the CNC router? The biggest advantage of the CNC router when you're doing larger things like this here is that it's fast. I could technically do this with my laser. I just don't have the time or the patience to do it. It's 3/4 inch, really solid plywood. So the laser would be going, really slow while the router is just speeding right through this thing. So let's say I was doing this for a customer. Yes, I could do it with the laser, but the router is definitely the faster route. The other advantage to the router is that it has a two-way feedback system. Now with plywood, there's sometimes voids, sometimes there's not voids and so forth in it, even on furniture grade plywood. And what that means is the laser doesn't know where it's going. It's just going slower or faster, going 100% power cutting through the material. So that means that if I hit a void, I'm actually going right through it, which is what I want. But if I hit some solid part inside of the plywood, that means I might have to do another pass over the whole design. With the router, there's a two-way feedback system, meaning that the bit is actually cutting through the material. It doesn't matter what's in the material, it's cutting right through it. now that I'm done the CNC routering aspect of it, now it's time to finish it up. So again, I just did this is just a dry fit, and you can contrast what I did with the laser here. It's exactly the same design as this one here. And you can see the difference in scale. So just the Merry Christmas on this one is bigger than this whole thing here. But the nice thing about having the laser is I can do prototypes and testing of a project before cutting out using, let's say, this 3/4 inch pine, and this is 1/8 MDF. If there's any design problems on this one, they'll also be present on this one, but the point is I saved a lot of time and money doing a small version of it just to double check everything about it. Now the next process with this here is actually to paint it off, and I also got a sand. So because I used a downcut bit, there's a little bit of fuzzies all the way down here, so I have to clean that up. After that, we got to paint it, and then the nice thing about this design is everything is flat pack, which means that everything locks in this way, but after Christmas is done, everything goes totally flat and doesn't take up any room in the house. Now let's say you have a company or you have a trade show coming up or whatever, and you want a custom display. I have over a decade of experience making custom items for displays like this here. I taught myself years and years ago when I ran CNCKing.com, which you could visit online. There's hundreds of kids' toys that I made, and of course my kids are going to enjoy doing that as I cut out some fresh ones for them that I designed. But if you wanted this display to be absolutely anything you can imagine, we can do that. Let's say for Halloween you wanted ghosts and ghouls and all that kind of stuff, not a problem. We can also do corporate logos and what have you. It can also be extended into lighting. So if you wanted some lighting in the back, this has lighting of course, that's not a problem either. So you're really looking for custom displays, any size, any shape, any material, any design. Of course, we can also make this out of stainless steel if you wanted. Contact me at CNCRI.com and we'll design and make it for you and ship it right to your door.